almost a cinch you won't. I love that quote. I also love the quote by Henry Ford, the founder of Ford Motor Company, where I've had such a joy to be in the office where Alan Mulally showed the magazine that Henry Ford used to inspire him. Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, either way, you're right, because you ultimately make the choice. See, it doesn't matter what happens to you, but what happens in you. When you're going through a tough time, you don't just have a problem to deal with, you have a decision to make. Are you going to let the decision be that you will fall back, retreat, give up? Or your decision, I'm going to go forward. I'm going to attack it. I'm going to win. What's your choice? And what's your decision? I hope you decide to win. I hope you decide that this setback, whatever that setback is that you're going through, this setback is nothing but a setup for a comeback. Because I believe that. You know I believe that. And you're going to have setbacks, but you can turn them into incredible comebacks. And I've got somebody who exemplifies that today as my guest on my Sirius XM show. I got a call from my buddy Les Brown. Y'all know Les and I have been friends for many years, have toured the country together, have been on radio together, have just done so many things together over the years. He's like my big brother and my buddy. He said, Willie, there's a lady you got to interview on your Sirius XM show. Her name is Corey Minor Smith, and she's got an incredible story that will inspire people. So I followed up, and he was right. This woman, Corey Minor Smith, was born to a single mom. Her mom had severe mental health issues. It was just hell every day living with this mother. So over the next number of years, from the time she was in preschool to the time she graduated from high school, going away to college, she lived in 8 different homes, attended 14 different schools. She got into some juvenile delinquent trouble. She had all sorts of difficulties, but she finally ended up in the home of her paternal grandmother, who was a great woman of faith. Her grandmother told her, I've been praying for you. You know that old song, somebody prayed for me, kept me on their mind, took a little time and prayed for me. Well, her grandmother prayed for her, and she ended up with her grandmother. And her grandmother instilled faith into her, instilled a reliance on God, instilled a power to keep going forward in spite of the challenges. She went on to finish high school, went on to college. While in college, she had a child. And then continued on, though. She didn't let that stop her. Went on to graduate school. Went on to get her law degree. Law school. Passed the bar, a 3-day bar, a tough bar the first time. But that's not where the driven part of this story is. She has gone on to be a black history maker. She was recently elected the first African-American, not first African-American woman, first African-American elected citywide to the city council of the city of Canton, Ohio. First. So from a juvenile delinquent, JD, to a Jewish doctor, JD, to a history maker, that's the story of Corey Minor Smith. Incredible story, incredible lessons. Let me give you a couple of the lessons she shared that can bless you and your family. And look, I want you to pass this interview around. Pass it to everybody you know, because this will bless them as it has blessed me. Corey talked about first that you got to have faith. You got to have faith. She said, I learned from my grandmother to rely and trust in God. The faith of her grandmother, she said, stayed with me through the tough times. And it works. I love that. She said, number 2, you got to have motivation. You got to listen and read and keep yourself inspired with the pure, the powerful, the positive. She said, read positive books. Listen to positive messages. Get yourself filled up with it, because you're going to need it for the fight. She said, number 3, you got to be determined. You got to be determined. She said, I have a internal inferno. I love that term. An internal inferno on fire, a fire alarm fire on the inside of me every day, because I know from whence I've come, and I'm grateful, and I fight for my dreams and goals. Are you fighting for your dreams and goals? Are you firing yourself up? Are you making your daily walk with the Lord and walk with yourself and walk with others that you're going to be an excellent person, a person of excellence? You got to get an internal inferno. I love that. She said, then you got to be prepared. You got to work on yourself. See, luck is when opportunity and preparation come together, or they intersect. She said, you got to be prepared for what you're asking for. You want big goals and dreams. Are you prepared for them when they come your way? Are you prepared to take advantage of the opportunity when it comes your way? You got to work. You got to dig your well before you're thirsty. Come on now. And then you got to have action. A vision without an action is an illusion. An action without a vision is mere confusion. But a vision and action put together can give your life a transfusion. She said, we can wish, we can daydream, but you must take action. How do you do that? I asked her. She said, here's what she recommends. She said, first, define success and what it means to you. Get a clear vision in your brain. Next, start with 3 goals. 3 goals and 3 action steps you're going to take to each one of those goals. 3 action steps to each goal. So you'll have 9 action steps for your 3 goals. And she said, then go to work. Go to work and never stop fighting. She was in this election with 6 other people. She was not expected to win. They had written her off, but she refused to lose and kept working. And now she's made history. You're going to make history. I don't know what it is you've got in your dreams and goals. How many got some goals and dreams you want to achieve? But what I want you to know is that it's possible. You can do this every day. You got to fight for it. This is Dr. Willie Jolley. Listen to this interview on Sirius XM channel 141 this Saturday, 4 o'clock. Replays Monday morning at 8, Tuesday evening at 6, and Wednesday morning at 11 on Sirius XM channel 141, the Willie Jolley Wealthy Way Show on HUR Voices. Also, listen to all of my previous and past interviews on our new podcast, which is blowing up across the world. I am so excited. You can get that free on iHeartRadio, C-Suite Radio, iTunes, Stitcher, and TuneIn. Let me go again. iHeartRadio, C-Suite Radio, iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn. And you should have a copy of my book, An Attitude of Excellence, in your library. If you don't, you're not filling yourself up with the pure, the powerful, and the positive. It is incredible the response we're getting from executives as well as from people on the front line who's saying it changed their lives. Go to attitudeofexcellence.com, go to amazon.com, go to your local bookstore. If they don't have the book, here's what I want you to do. I want to ask you to do me a favor. Ask them to please order books, Attitude of Excellence. Once the book comes in, I want you to do what we have on my books. Face it out. Don't let it just be spying in. Face it out so people can see it and can get it and can be blessed. We want to change the world, and I need your help to do it. Wherever you are in the world, make that happen. Hey, thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. And I hope this will be a message that will inspire you. Listen to it over and over again. Share it with your friends and family. Put it on your social media. Tell Lottie Dottie and everybody that Dr. Willie Jolley wants you to be hashtag driven. As my friend Corey Minor Smith is hashtag driven. You're going to enjoy this interview. Have a great day. God bless you.